I do have a message. I just want everybody to hear those bells just for a brief moment. But I was thinking about right now. I'm actually in Florence, Italy. That's the Duomo. Maybe I can. This is a beautiful church right there. It goes way up. It's a beautiful church that's in Florence, Italy. I was thinking about how a city this old maintains its character, maintains its sort of style, given the amount of not only sort of civil wars and all that kind of crazy stuff that goes on around the world, but wars and famine and all that kind of stuff, but also the cultures blending together. And it was just really ironic. My son and I were talking about this yesterday, of thinking about how much of European culture sort of flourished and pushed out to other parts of the world a few hundred years ago, and now other people are worried about the same thing happening in the European culture and coming back from other places like America and China and probably India at some point too. There's all these sort of larger civilizations that are doing great, frankly, economically, really powerful. And I think about what is the role of institutions and governments in what we actually do. And the role, I think, at least for a lot of the things in this world, is to make sure that we have these things persistently to stay for a long time. And that means things like the arts, things like beauty, they matter in this world. And so this long story, where I'm going, is that much of what we actually do in the academic game and research is we do things for performance. The number of publications that we actually get, any number of different things that you actually measure. And I just can't help but think about how not true that is from a long-term perspective. While there is a sort of push of economic progress, this city right now has a lot of beautiful stores. Like there's a Ray-Ban store right there, right? What is that? I think I passed in, I don't even know if it even exists. Oh, there's a Captain Candy store. There's like Prada, all these different really cool things that are around here, all these stores. And it still exists within this beautiful arena. And so I think for you, and the lesson to learn is, not to take performance so seriously. I'm going to get run over on this damn street. Not to take performance so seriously, and to take a step back and wonder and ponder, why do we do the things that we actually do? And I'm going to tell you this. Almost all of you, maybe some of you are going to say, hey, I have this performance advantage, and when I die, I'm going to accomplish all this kind of stuff. But at least for me, at least probably for many of us, it's not the reason why we do the things we do. It's because we get to go and see things like this and explore and try and just kind of piddle around, do things that are just for beauty, do things that are interesting. My mom, this card's going around, she knits. Does she count the number of times that she knits something? No. But, with much of what we actually do, we don't need to count things. We don't need that sort of objective approval and sort of satisfaction of performance of accomplishing something. We just have to simply sit around and say, hey, this is beautiful to do this kind of stuff. And, the beauty is actually just pursuing it, just trying it, just actually going for it. So it's not necessarily, it's not necessarily about economic performance. Economic performance never really is. It's about doing things that are beautiful, doing things that are enjoyable. And I realize that everybody has different definitions of what that means to them. And I realize that not everybody has a sort of image of beauty is that. I don't know if you could see these right there. Maybe I'll walk a little closer. But I'm at the Uffizi right now, or Uffizi. Not everybody has that sort of image of beauty, but we do have these images of what it means to be yourself, what it means to be okay with pursuing things. It doesn't have to be about performance. Maybe that is the secondary thing that ends up happening. I think about that when you look at this, right? Look at that stuff. Was it the fact that there was economic performance that started here, the sort of society that we have, and the sort of European society that we have? Or was it because, in the trade and commerce and all that wonderful things, was it that created this? Look at that. Amazing, right? Or was it actually this that we're looking at? All these wonderful statues. Was it this that actually created the economic performance? And in my view, I think that's probably the way that things actually happen, is that we did things for beauty. We did things to sort of impress upon the natural world what we thought would get us closer to God. And to me, I think that seems like a much better way to think about things, rather than thinking about, hey, I have to do another thing. I have to, somebody's picture, I have to sort of pursue things because it's another line in my CV, but more or less, I should just do things. It's interesting. Allows me to sort of understand the world in a different way. I like that. All right, take care. Have a wonderful day.